The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Journeyman Stud, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Pearson Nissan, Tampa Bay Downs, and Woodford Thoroughbreds. Hello, everyone. Carl Nathy filling in for John Henderson on this edition of Thoroughbred Week, featuring the return of Mucho Macho Man in the Florida Sunshine Millions Classic at Gulfstream Park and three-year-old stakes action from Fairgrounds, Golden Gate, and Oaklawn Park. We begin at Fairgrounds with the Louisiana Handicap. Prayer for Relief, the 3-5 favorite, John G. Dooley, picks up the call.
Grand Contender leads the way. Prayer for Relief, the millionaire in their midst. Right there, as is Voodoo Storm coming with the orange cap. Nearest the inside is For Dubai. Agent Denozo fanned wide, and Street Spice last to make the top of the fairground stretch. 3/4 went in 1 minute 11 and 4/5 seconds. For Dubai has taken the lead now with a furlong to go. It's For Dubai in front of Grand Contender. Prayer for Relief is third at that one pace. Then Agent Denozo and Street Spice shifting out For Dubai. For Dubai for Robbie Alvarado. For Dubai first in the Louisiana Handicap.
For Dubai runs by Grand Contender to score by a length with odds-on favorite Prayer for Relief third. Robbie Alvarado up in 1:43.1. A stakes winner at Arlington Park last summer, For Dubai was making his first start since finishing sixth in the Grade 2 Hawthorne Gold Cup in late November. The 4-year-old colt by E. Dubai was bred in Kentucky by his owner, James Taffel. Trained by Greg Geyer, For Dubai has earned $327,000. Time for the Built Ford Tough Race of the Week, presented by Paul Miller Ford, built Ford Tough for over 60 years. Turf horses at Fairgrounds in the Grade 3 Colonel E.R. Bradley Handicap. Daddy Knows Best, the 9-5 favorite. Once again, here is John G. Dooley.
A half mile, 51 seconds flat over this yielding ground. Adios Nardo takes a run now at String King. Adios Nardo, String King together coming toward the quarter pole. Pure Tactics is third. Potomac River now under pressure. Speaking of which, fanned wide. Zenji 2 wide quarter pole, then Slip Bend Drive and Daddy Knows Best on the far outside into the stretch. 3/4, 1 minute 15 and 2/5 seconds. Pure Tactics charging at Adios Nardo. String King's given way. Speaking of which, Daddy Knows Best over here on the stand side. Inside the final 16th. Adios Nardo digging down deep. Speaking of which, and Daddy Knows Best with a flying finish. Daddy Knows Best.
The heavy favorite, Daddy Knows Best by Ashford Stud Stallion Scat Daddy, comes flying late to defeat Adios Nardo by a neck. Rosie Napravnik aboard in 1:46.2. Winner of the Buddy Diliberto Memorial Handicap in his latest, the Steve Asmussen trainee, is 2 for 2 over the Fairgrounds turf. The 5-year-old horse was bred in Kentucky by Patricia Ann Elia Trust and was a $35,000 Keeneland September yearling. Daddy Knows Best has earned $942,000 for Kathy and Bob Zollers. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
Stay Thirsty, the leading money earner by Bernardini.
Stay thirsty to win the Jim Dandy, and he is on the trail to the Travers. The Travers goes to Stay Thirsty.
In the summer of 2011, there was no better 3-year-old.
As a 4-year-old, he was arguably even better, running flat out to a nose in the Jockey Club Gold Cup and bettering the brilliant groupie doll in the Cigar Mile.
In this game, there's no room for second best.
To be the best, you need the best. Actistatin Equine, clinically proven joint protection. 3 U.S. patents and 2 clinical trials prove Actistatin Equine is the most powerful joint formula on the planet. Superior absorption helps your athlete lubricate, strengthen, renew. No other product even comes close. Find your best with Actistatin.
Ask your veterinarian or call for a free consultation. 866-587-7333.
For over 100 years, Claiborne Stallions have made a major impact on international breeding and racing. A world-class stallion roster has long been a hallmark of the famed nursery. Claiborne Stallions have sired 6 of the 11 Triple Crown winners, over 160 champions, and topped the leading sire list nearly 30 times. It continues today, with established leading sires, as well as the stars of the future. Claiborne Farm.
OBS, the 2-year-old source to the world in 2013. With undefeated juvenile champion Asia Express drawing high praise in Japan. 2-time Breeders' Cup champion Secret Circle. And Breeders' Cup 3rd mile winner Golden Sense in North America. Make plans to find your next champion at OBS 2-year-old sales in 2014. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Living up at the Downs. Do you like having a great time with your friends and family? Then you will have a great time. Come out to Tampa Bay Downs and you will see Thoroughbred racing, Texas Hold'em tournaments. You gotta know when to pull them. Help your golf game at our practice range. You can bet there's so much more. Tampa Bay Downs. Live it up at the Downs.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with graded stakes action from Santa Anita in this segment. We begin with 4-year-olds in the Grade 2 Stroob Stakes. Here the Ghost, the 7-5 favorite. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
They head past the half mile in the Stroob, and it is still Air of Storm showing the way. Right there, second, Governor Charlie. Shaking it up, comes after them third. A gap of 4 back to Hear the Ghost, and Z Watt now sent after the leaders. Then Dice Flavors, Say Ow, and Rookie Sensation on the far side still has 10 to make up. They are coming to the top of the lane now, and it's Air of Storm on the inside. Now Governor Charlie strikes the front, and on the outside, shaking it up, coming after them. Hear the Ghost back in fourth, and then Z-Watt at the top of the lane now. Shaking it up, coming home powerfully, and shaking it up, strikes the front and strides away. Governor Charlie second. Hear the Ghost down the center of the track, but it is shaking it up, and Mike Smith, too good in the Stroob, shaking it up, an authoritative winner, wins it just over 2.
3-1, shaking it up, the winner officially by 2 1/4 over his stablemate Governor Charlie. Mike Smith up in 141 4. Winner of the Grade 2 San Vicente Stakes over the track last February and the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes in December. The Bob Baffert trainee records his first victory around 2 turns. The colt by champion sprinter Midnight Loot, out of a daughter of 2-time champion filly Silver Bullet Day, was bred in Kentucky by Mike Pegram. Shaking It Up has earned $487,000 for Pegram and Dennis Cardoza. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including sire stats. 4-year-old fillies at Santa Anita in the Grade 2 La Cañada Stakes. Broken Sword, the 6-5 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
Strung out over a lot of ground. They run past the half mile, and Broken Sword along the inside. Ondine's coming to put the pressure on her early. Those two still clear by 5 into the turn. Then it's Oscar Party, Let Faith Arise, Wrathbound, 50 Shades of Haze, a good 9 off the leader. And now it's 4 back to Spellbound. They are coming to the quarter pole. Broken Sword on the inside, and Ondine. They are now stride for stride. But the pack starting to close in now. Let Faith Arise. Let Faith Arise, catching them stride for stride. 50 Shades of Hay is back in fourth. They're at the top of the lane now. Along the inside, Broken Sword is weary. Ondine gets the lead. Let Faith Arise. 50 Shades of Hay, and here comes Spellbound out of nowhere down the center of the track too. Ondine on the inside. Let Faith Arise. Spellbound flying. Spellbound on the outside, and a thriller. They hit the wire. Spellbound up to win it.
In her second start off a layoff, 16-1 Spellbound rallies from last to defeat 14-1 Let Faith Arise by a neck. Victor Espinoza aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 143 flat. Spellbound is 3 for 4 at Santa Anita, where she broke her maiden just over a year ago. The Richard Mandela trainee finished a distant 6th in the Grade 2 Bayacoa Stakes in December in her first start in 8 months. The filly by Bernardini was bred in Kentucky by Mockmer Hall and Darley Stud. Spellbound has earned $208,000 for Ray Dell's stable of Ramona Bass, Adele Dilschneider, and Del Hancock. The filly was consigned by Select Sales to the 2010 Keeneland November sale, where she was purchased by PDQ Racing for $190,000. Warrendale Sales consigned the future stakes winner to the 2011 Keeneland September yearling sale, where she was acquired by Roberta Scott for $260,000. Grade 2 La Cañada Stakes winner Spellbound, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. The Spendthrift Farm Share of the Upside Stallion of the Week is Awesome Patriot. Call today to learn how you can earn a lifetime breeding right in this regally bred, stakes-winning son of leading sire, Awesome Again.
Malibu Moon is a horse you can believe in because of his pedigree and his looks, and because of the ability that he's shown winning this maiden race. You could see he was a good horse. The reason I love Malibu Moon is that he has produced winners and stakes winners at every level. In our opinion, the best stallion in Kentucky was AP Indy, and he is AP Indy's best son at stud. He is a horse that you can believe in because he's done it at every level.
Remember when Keeneland was dirt?
Take charge, lady, to win the Ashland by 5.
Remember when winning the Belmont Stakes was a good thing?
AP Indy surges to victory in the Belmont Stakes.
Remember when pedigree and race record mattered?
But Take Charge Indy wins the Florida Derby.
Take Charge Indy, a throwback to a classic dirt pedigree. New to WinStar for 2014.
Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 3 LeCompte Stakes. Coming up in this segment, 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with fillies at Fairgrounds in the Silver Bullet Day Stakes. Unbridled Forever and Divine Beauty, both even money in the wagering. Once again, here is John G. Dooley.
They enter the turn. Divine Beauty, and it is from Istanford. On the outside, Unbridled Forever, Express Model holds her spot at the rail, and Army is 5th. 5/16 to go. And here comes Unbridled Forever toward the inside, Divine Beauty. The favorite fillies at the quarter pole from Express Model Istanford, and Army is last into the stretch. Past the quarter pole. 3/4 went in 1 minute 12 and 4/5 seconds. Unbridled Forever charging at Divine Beauty. Into this final Fairgrounds furlong. And it's Unbridled Forever who now has the edge. Unbridled Forever by a neck. Divine Beauty toward the inside. Express Model is 3rd. Inside the final 16th. Unbridled Forever, Divine Beauty. Unbridled Forever first.
Despite losing ground on the turns, Unbridled Forever defeats co-favorite Divine Beauty by a length and a half. The second stakes winner on the card for Robbie Alvarado. Time of the race, 1:43 flat. Fifth on debut at Churchill Downs in October, Unbridled Forever stepping up to stakes company after breaking her maiden by 5 1/4 lengths under the Twin Spires in November. The colt by Unbridled Song out of 2006 Kentucky Oaks winner Lemons Forever was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Charles Fipke. Trained by Dallas Stewart, who also conditioned Lemons Forever, Unbridled Forever has earned nearly $101,000. Unbridled Forever paid $3 to win and is the Malone's Favorite of the Week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. To Gulfstream Park for turf 3-year-olds in the Kitten's Joy Stakes. We Miss Artie at 9 to 5, a slight favorite over Storming Inti. Larry Colmus picks up the call.
48 3 for a half mile. Storming into the turn in front. Now We Miss Artie is sent on the outside. These two are side by side on the lead as they round the far turn. Then Go-Go Romeo. Rope-a-Dope has dropped back on the inside. It's Storming Inti and We Miss Artie, and they're together at the top of the stretch. Storming Inti and We Miss Artie, nothing between them. We Miss Artie pokes ahead in front. Storming Inti fights on from the inside. We Miss Artie. Storming Inti keeps battling. We Miss Artie. Storming Inti. What a battle. Storming Inti. We Miss Artie. Ho, ho. So close.
Let's take another look as the co-favorites battle it out. It's We Miss Artie on the outside under Eclipse Award-winning jockey Javier Castellano. But Storming Inti and Alan Garcia are battling back along the rail, both runners toting 120 pounds, and Storming Inti gets up to take the photo by a head. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales graduates. Cabo Cat rallies into third, time of the race, 1:42.1. After finishing third in his debut at Saratoga, Storming Inti has reeled off 4 consecutive victories, including 3 stakes wins. The Chad Brown trainee was last seen taking the off-the-turf Pulpit Stakes at Gulfstream Park. The colt by Stormy Atlantic was bred in Pennsylvania by Brushwood Stable and was a $100,000 Keeneland September yearling. Storming Inti has earned nearly $240,000 for Santa Rosa Racing. To Golden Gate Fields for the California Derby. Enterprising at 9 to 5, a slight favorite over undefeated Exit Stage Left. Michael Rona has the call.
They begin to take closer order, racing into the far turn. A half dozen lengths would cover them. Hardball serving it up to Exit Stage Left, and they're being stalked by InfoSec. Enterprising hugging the rail, followed by Royal Banker, who's on the improve to 5th. Argyle cuts 6th on the inside. Puppy Manners wide, and Morally Bankrupt drops out to be the trailer. Into the stretch, and Exit Stage Left moves clear of Hardball. Here comes InfoSec into second spot. He's issuing a strong, earnest challenge to Exit Stage Left. At the 8th pole, Exit Stage Left, and Enterprising's on the scene. He's in the clear and pouncing. It's Enterprising coming at Exit Stage Left. Exit Stage Left keeps responding. He again surmounts new difficulties, remains unbeaten.
Exit Stage Left, the front-running winner by half a length over Enterprising. Russell Bays aboard the Barrett Sales Graduate in 1:44 flat. Exit Stage Left broke his maiden in the 6-furlong Golden Nugget Stakes and concluded his juvenile campaign with a victory in the 1-mile Gold Rush Stakes. The New Jersey-bred colt by Noonmark was a $100,000 Barrett's March 2-year-old. Exit Stage Left has earned $135,000 for Mark D. Domenico and trainer Jerry Hollendorfer. To Oaklawn Park for the Smarty Jones Stakes. Coastline, the 6 to 5 favorite, Frank Miramonti has the call.
Half mile left to run. Walt is the leader now by 3/4 of a length. Tanzanite Cat is in second. Coastline is in third. They're followed by Denali Rahi Ruler, widest of all. Son of a Preacher is in between horses, moving up to claim fourth. At the rail, Decajun Cat. Fire Starter is next, trying to launch a bid in heavy traffic. Unstoppable Colby is on the far outside. Then it's Why Are You Awesome in a step ahead. They're coming to the quarter pole. It is Walt, the leader, narrowly from Tanzanite Cat. Coastline has had the perfect journey in third. Son of a Preacher's in fourth. Then comes Fire Starter, Unstoppable Colby, White Blinkers far outside. They're at the top of the stretch. Walt is hanging in there. Tanzanite Cat up alongside. They've been stride to stride most of the journey. Just behind them, Coastline is in third. Then comes Son of a Preacher. Tanzanite Cat on the outside gets the best of Walt in the late stages. And Tanzanite Cat wins full of run in the Smarty Jones.
After relinquishing the lead down the backstretch, 9-1, Tanzanite Cat fights back to defeat Walt by a length and a half. A 1-2 finish by OBS Sales graduates. Norberto Arroyo Jr., the winning jockey, in 1:38.3. Third on debut at Del Mar last summer, Tanzanite Cat came back from a 4-month layoff to break his maiden by 4 lengths in a 5.5 furlong sprint at Fairgrounds in December. Cody Audrey trains the winner, a $9,000 OBS August yearling, turned $150,000 OBS April 2-year-old. Tanzanite Cat has earned $123,000 for James and Wazita Driver. The Colt by Graham Hall was bred in Florida by Charles H. Dieters and Dr. John Peterson. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. To Fairgrounds for the Grade 3 LeCompte Stakes. Gold Hawk, the 6-5 favorite. Once again, John G. Dooley.
Half mile in 47 and 4/5 seconds, 3 furlongs to go. Vickers in trouble, has nosed in front of Roman Unbridled midway through the turn. Albano still right there third. Gold Hawk is fourth and drawing in now, coming toward the quarter pole. Plug Catcher a wide fifth. Godshades is sixth and still 7 from the front. Then farther back, 2 Smarties Echo on the far outside. 3/4 went in 1:13 flat, 3/16 to go. Vickers in trouble has first run for the final furlong and has come 5 lengths clear. Gold Hawk, Albano for the inside, Roman Unbridled. Farther back to Godshades, Plug Catcher, and Silent Ruler. Vickers in trouble, rolling home for Rosie Napravnik. Vickers in trouble, lands the LeCompte with style by 7.
8-5 second choice. Vickers in trouble by Spendthrift Farm Stallion Into Mischief rolls home officially by 6 3/4 over long shot Albano. The third stakes winner on the card for Rosie Napravnik. Time of the race, 1:42.2. Third on debut at Keeneland last fall, the Mike Maker trainee broke his maiden by 13 lengths in his second start against State Breds at Fairgrounds in December. The colt was bred in Louisiana by Spendthrift Farm and was an $8,000 yearling turned $80,000 2-year-old. Vickers in Trouble has earned nearly $149,000 for Ken and Sarah Ramsey, the Eclipse Award-winning owners and breeders of 2013. Rosie Napravnik with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans. The safest way to the winner's circle. Coming up, a runaway winner of the Sunshine Millions.
All roads lead to Pearson Nissan in Ocala. Pearson Nissan, the new leader in North Central Florida. See us for a super selection, low prices, and leading customer service. Each month, hundreds of people shop at Pearson Nissan. Why? They get the car they want at the price they want. Come see us. You'll be glad you did. All roads lead to Pearson Nissan of Ocala.
Pearson Nissan, doing business the right way every day.
State Road 200, Ocala.
Wholesome food that's fresh from Florida. You already know how good it is. But did you know that buying locally makes a good thing even better? Food grown here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped as far. That saves fuel and cuts emissions, which helps the environment. Buying Florida-grown products creates jobs and generates revenue, and that helps our economy. Fresh from Florida. Good for the environment, good for the economy, good for you.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Gio Ponte, the $6 million horse, a 3-time Eclipse Award winner. Gio Ponte finished first or second in 14 Grade 1 events.
Gio Ponte adds the million to his Grade 1 collection.
Gio Ponte, a 7-time Grade 1 winner. Gio Ponte, brilliantly consistent, consistently brilliant.
Gio Ponte will go back to the winner's circle.
Gio Ponte winglings averaged over $125,000, the highest for any first-season sire at Keeneland in November.
The Stallions of Shadwell Farm, Hall of Fame member, Inbasor, winner of the Dubai World Cup and Breeders' Cup Classic, now siring stakes horses. Classic winner, Jazzle, a stakes sire from a great female family. Brilliant Miler, Dar, Grade 1 winner, and now a graded stakes sire. Albertus Maximus, winner of Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile and Don Handicap with outstanding early crops. Shadwell Farm.
Keeneland Select. It's the online betting site with great player rewards, including points that never expire. Sign up today and get $100 in your account after you wager $100. Use promo code TV13. And with our new mobile site offering a host of new tools, you can bet whenever and wherever you want. If you're wagering online, bet on KeenelandSelect.com. Dedicated to the sport, dedicated to the players.
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Gulfstream Park for the Florida Sunshine Millions Classic. Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man, the 1-10 favorite against 5 challengers. Here's the call by Larry Colmus.
Up the backstretch, Bernie the Maestro trying to steal it on the lead here. He's out there 2.5 lengths in front of Mucho Macho Man, the Breeders' Cup Classic winner, who's still content to sit second at this stage. They went a half mile in 46 1/5 seconds. It's a very good pace here. Rule number 6 is 5 lengths off the lead. Now comes under a ride. Gourmet Dinner, Joshua's Comprise, and Decaf again around the far turn. And here comes Mucho Macho Man, and he breezes right on by Bernie the Maestro. Mucho Macho Man by 3. Bernie the Maestro second, and it's a long way back to the others, as Mucho Macho Man has run 3/4 in 1:10 2, and he's into the stretch. Mucho Macho Man. Gary Stevens hand riding him at the 8th pole, 10 lengths in front of the field. Bernie the Maestro about to be joined by Joshua's Comprise, who takes second behind the comeback performance by Mucho Macho Man in the Sunshine Millions Classic.
Under a hand ride by Gary Stevens, Mucho Macho Man by Adena Springs stallion Macho Uno strolls home by 14 lengths over Joshua's Comprise. Time of the race, 1:48 3, a 1:02 Briz speed rating. Winner of this event in 2012, Mucho Macho Man was pulled up in the 2013 edition. But the Kathy Ritvo trainee wrapped up last season with back-to-back Grade 1 victories, including a nose decision over champion 3-year-old colt Will Take Charge in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Mucho Macho Man has won or placed in 16 stakes and has banked $5,580,000 for Reeves Thoroughbred Racing. 6-year-old Mucho Macho Man was bred in Florida by John and Carol Rio. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. We'll have 3-year-olds in the Grade 2 Holy Bull Stakes and 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 2 Forward Gal Stakes from Gulfstream Park, along with graded stakes action from Tampa Bay Downs and Santa Anita next week here on Thoroughbred Week. Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture.